Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Adam RPG with me, Bring It On. So off camera I did some exploring in the northern Dead City, found a giant crater, and Alexander leveled up after fighting some rats and bandits. 10 points into melee weapons and 5 into throwing. And he still needs one more level up to get his next perk, which will be Shield Bearer. Anyway, before we enter this location, I'm going to divvy up some drugs between my companions because this isn't my first attempt at recording this today. It's actually my 5th attempt. Then everyone's going to get some painkillers as well. Then the BSF 12 I will give to Zulbars and Alexander. I could give it to myself as well for that +1 to my action points, but the +2 strength is wasted because I already have max strength. Well, not right now because I'm in withdrawal, but I'm going to fix that as well. So don't worry about that. All right, I'm going to take condensed milk for myself. Whoops. So yeah, I've tried this area 4 times before. The first time Alexander died because, well, one, you can hear the radiation ticking. So you have to have max radiation resist here, otherwise you will be irradiated. So it's a good thing I have the hazmat suit, but I don't need it. The hedgehog helmet and the combat armor both give me 25% apiece for 50%. So I only need to take 1 rado, and it will stack with my armor. Because the hazmat suit gives me -1 to dexterity, which I don't need in this area, because it's challenging enough without debuffs. Yeah, there are a ton, like 1 billion of these shadows in this area. But they're not the threat. They're not the real threat anyway. They're semi-threatening because there's so many of them, and they crit a ton. But these 2 Shadow Queens here are the real threat. We've seen one of these before in a random encounter, but we didn't have to deal with it. I think the looters, or the bandits, whatever they were, took care of it for us. But they're nasty. They have this ranged attack where they shoot... It's some sort of spit. I don't know if it's acid or like irradiated goop. I don't know. But it hits hard. They can do it 4 times per turn. They actually managed to kill Alexander on my first attempt. Just one of them. Just one killed Alexander. They did about 100 damage in 1 turn. Now Alexander's a tanky boy, so that's saying something. So anyway, let's get started. So both Zulbars and Alexander are taking 3 drugs. They'll take Meldonium for the +2 endurance, the BSF 12 for the +2 strength and +1 to action points, and the painkillers for 20 health, 5% DR to body and head, and +2 DT to body and head. Gonna give that to both of them. Hexogen and Fidel will only be taking Meldonium and painkillers. And Hexogen is going to equip a shotgun. I'm hoping this will help him follow my orders. Because again, I think this hill here messes with their AI. They don't want to follow my commands if that hill's in the way. I'm going to try and circumvent that with the shotgun because that will hopefully allow Alexander or force him to push in. And then I can tell him to focus the Shadow Queens. Because he will not focus the Shadow Queens. I've had the hardest time because my companions just won't listen to me. I'll just equip the sunglasses, I guess. I'm encumbered. I'm going to take a stimulant to get rid of my withdrawal so I don't have that -1 to strength. And I'm also going to take painkillers for myself. Alright, let's do it. And they do all get aggroed at the same time. You can't fight one group at a time. Every enemy on this map comes running at you when you start combat. I'm going to have Alexander staying close to me. We're going to quick save, and we're going to go in here. And hope for the best. Yeah, this area's... I've been having a blast with it, though. It's challenging, but it is really fun. And again, it's... Once again, my companions are the weakest links. I can tank these guys all day. Not the Shadow Queens, because they do so much damage, but the regular shadows I can tank all day. But my companions keep getting taken out by the Shadow Queens. Also, I learned the defensive command. For some reason, I keep thinking, because you have avoid, aggressive, and defensive. And I always use avoid and aggressive. I always forget that the defensive command isn't what I think it is. I keep thinking the defensive command, it forces your companion to hold their position and only attack enemies that come within range. That's not the case. If you tell them to go defensive, they will rush towards cover, so like a wall or a tree, whatever cover is nearby. And they'll rush towards it no matter what's between them and it. So what happened is I told Zulbars to be defensive in front of Fidel and Hexogen to protect them from any shadows that came running up to him. But instead he ran straight into the Horde, right towards the Shadow Queens, and got murdered. So it's yeah, learned a valuable lesson there. Which sucks because I was gonna win that encounter. Like, it was just a few enemies left. It was going super well. And then I was like, hey, put him in defensive mode. Why not? And that's what happened. He ran towards the Shadow Queens and he got killed. So these guys aren't so bad. They do crit often. Not right there for whatever reason. But there have been a couple of attempts where I scrolled up the combat log and it was just all crits. All crits from these guys. It's pretty crazy. But it's a blast. I like it when you have a few like really strong characters holding off against hordes of like, you know, middling or very weak enemies. But they can still be a threat. So as you can see here, yeah, they crit often. If they crit you in the eyes or the head, they do like 17 to 25 damage. Like, they're still a threat. They're just not like an overbearing threat. At least not like the Shadow Queens are. Those guys are miserable. But playing through this area does make me wish they would expand on the melee skill a little bit. Because as it stands, the melee skill is probably the least viable skill in the game. I think most guides even recommend you go martial arts over melee weapons. Because if you go martial arts, you have better weight management because you don't have to carry a weapon around. I think they mostly have better AP costs, and you can unlock those secret techniques, like the multi-strike attack, the kick, things like that. And then melee weapons, it just, I don't know. It's not enough 2 melee weapons, I think. And then the best melee weapon in the game, the chainsaw, you can only attack with it once. Even if you have max AP, it costs a minimum of 6 to swing. I don't mind, there's 12. No, you can attack twice with it. My bad, I was thinking there's only 10 AP. Either way, still not nearly as good as martial arts. And I was thinking this area, because you get swarmed by these enemies, they could add like a cleave attack. It's like once you get so many points put into melee weapons, you could unlock a cleave attack, so you could attack enemies in arc in front of you. They could even balance it, so like, when you use the cleave attack, it reduces your damage by 25%, so you're only doing 75% of your max damage. But it can still trigger the weapon effects, like the 20% chance to ignore armor, the chance to panic, whatever it is. Or they could keep it at 100% damage, but you lose all your weapon effects, the 20% chance to ignore armor, whatever it is. So it still feels balanced. I think even if they didn't get rid of the weapon effects and kept the 100% damage, it would still be balanced, because melee weapons is not great mid to late game. And they could even take it a step further and introduce two-handed weapons to the game. And maybe have two-handed weapons like they're special. So some weapons have a special attack mode, like the SMGs and automatic firearms, where they can burst. They have their unique attack mode. They can make it so the two-handed weapons, unique attack mode is the cleave attack. And so the trade-off is you can't use a shield, of course. You have to forego using a shield so that you can attack in an area and hit multiple enemies. I think that'd be balanced. And then have like the two-handed weapon have like an increased chance of knockdown or something, so when you use the cleave attack, you can knock down multiple enemies. And of course, you are less tanky because you can't use a shield. I think that'd be fair. Or heck, even introduce like a spear type weapon so you can attack 2 spaces away. And then what you can do is have like my character with the shield and sword, and then give all your companions spears, and they can attack like over your shoulder. You can create choke points. It would add another tactical level to the game. I think that would be fun. Just expanding on the melee weapons. Because I do like me some melee, but it is definitely lackluster in the later part of this game. Then I was thinking also, because on Alexander's next level up, I have to waste a perk point on Shield Bearer if I want to get to Shield Master and think like the enemy in Praetorian. I think Shield Bearer is a useless perk. It's just a speed bump to slow down your progression. Because it doesn't do anything. Yeah, okay, so your shield doesn't weigh anything when it's equipped. Huzzah, right? Like, they could just add that to Shield Master. Because it's so far into the skill tree, like you're invested, or you have to invest so many points just to get to Shield Bearer. It doesn't, I think it justifies the cost, the investment you have to make to get to that point. So this guy is exposed. They don't normally run this far forward. We got lucky. So I think what they could do is either combine Shield Bearer with Shield Mastery and just make it one perk, or they could make it so that Shield Bearer has an extra effect, like a Shield Bash attack. Like the Shield Bash attack could reduce the enemies or the target's like AP for a turn, and then like has a chance to stun or something like that, or a guaranteed stun. I don't know. You just have to rush towards the enemy to hit him with it. That'd be another way to make melee builds a little more viable. Give them a little more versatility with a Shield Bash. This guy's just gonna shred through my health. I'm so much damage. It's crazy. I'm extremely tanky. I have painkillers. I assume the best armor in the game, a shield. That's a lot of damage. But I'm gonna rush this guy down and heal up because I don't get to, yeah. Because otherwise I'll probably die this turn. Let's go ahead. Zobars will finish that guy off. I want everyone over here focusing on this guy. Yeah, so it looks like we're putting in some good work, right? A bunch of shadows are down already. Well, that's what it looks like, right? They just don't stop. There's so many enemies. But I've yet to see one of these guys rush this far ahead. They usually stay about right here and shoot at you. So taking out one of these guys is a big deal. And again, Hexagen I think can take them out in one turn. Like 2 shots, he's going to drop one of these guys with a hunting rifle. Problem is he won't crest this hill to shoot these guys. That's why I gave him a shotgun, so hopefully when I swap him to that, he'll push over the hill. Then I can swap him back to the hunting rifle, and then he can shoot these guys when I tell him to. At least that's the plan. We'll see how it works out. This hill, again, it just seems to mess with the companion AI. Okay, let's heal up, and then I should be able to take out... At least hopefully take out this guy. Nice. Oh, I should have given orders to him to focus on this guy. The second Shadow Queen. There's only 2 Shadow Queens. Once they're down, I think this is going to be a breeze. Also, I tend to drop my weapon a lot here, because again, we're taking so many attacks. These guys get 4 attacks per turn. So there's a much increased chance of dropping your weapon, which is not great. Actually, I'm pretty sure one of my weapons just straight up disappeared. They knocked Alexander's sword out of his hand, and I couldn't find it. But despite the difficulty of this area, it is really fun. I love this location. Might even keep a hard save here just in case I want to come back and fight these guys again and again. Because it is a good time. Also, these guys can attack 2 spaces away. And they can also hit their own buddies with their melee attacks, which is weird. Because I've seen, it was like over here, one of these guys attacked from 2 spaces away and they hit the shadow in front of them instead of me. It was, I don't know. Didn't think that was possible for melee attacks. But that's what made me think about the spear. It's like, oh, you can use a spear and attack 2 spaces away. I think I've thought about it before in this game, because I've played like Temple of Elemental Evil, where you have reach weapons and can attack enemies outside of their range if they don't have a reach weapon. But these guys definitely reminded me of the spear concept, because they can attack 2 spaces away. You give me a weapon, I can poke them from 2 spaces away too. And just a little more versatility for the melee builds out there. For my fellow melee bros. Alright, Hexogen, do me a favor and focus this guy, please. Actually, you know what? Just go ahead and swap your weapon. And get aggressive. If you want to focus, you just stay aggressive. So I don't want Fidel to focus on the Shadow Queen, because he'll rush forward and the shadows will start focusing him. And I'd rather him just chill where he's at. Maybe kill a shadow per turn. I think that would be the best course of action. Darn it. Yeah, I have no idea if this area is just for experience or if there's going to be unique loot to be found here. That's something we'll worry about once we're done fighting for our lives. And I dropped my weapon. Alright, let's see if I can find it. Alright, see it. Cool, I can pick it up. Problem is that when I pick up my weapon, it costs AP, then I have to open up my inventory and re-equip it, and I have to heal. And by that point, I only have 3 AP left, so I can't attack the same turn that I have to pick up my weapon. So it puts me a little behind. So I typically one-shot an enemy per turn, but, well, except for last turn. This guy still has 7 health. If we had automatic firearms, if we're using an LMG right now, I mean, this group would be gone. I could also swap Alexander to grenades. I don't know if I equipped his frag grenades, if he still has the training grenades equipped. A super time-consuming encounter, though, since all these guys get 4 attacks per turn. Just playing the waiting game. Only 1 damage. I don't think I've seen that before. I've seen 2 damage. But 1 damage from that guy is, in my experience, unheard of. Alright, first things first. Equip that. I get rid of that so I can use my fist. I should be able to get an attack off with my fist. I think that only costs 3 AP. I swap to this and punch this guy. Oh, I can't use my fist because of the shield. Maybe you can't use the shield with martial arts. I was mistaken. Why would he not finish off this guy? That's silly. But yeah, all my companions have the potential to take out one of these guys per turn, at least. Hexogen usually takes out 2 per turn. Zulbar has had some bad damage rolls this attempt. See right here, if I had a cleave attack, I'd probably take out these 2 guys at least, maybe even a 3rd guy. That doesn't have to be a full arc either. It doesn't have to be, what, 5 spaces? Just do like the front 3 spaces or something. Not that I think it'd be overpowered, even if you did like a full whirlwind attack with a melee weapon, because it's so underwhelming in the late game. Yeah, Zulbar should take out both of these guys next turn. Fidel will take this guy out. Hexogen will probably take that guy out. Have to be careful though. I have less than 100 health. I am in the danger zone for the Shadow Queen 2 to finish me off, so I gotta... Let's just hope that doesn't happen. There's nothing I can do about it at this point, so... Good job, Fidel. Sweet, 0 damage. I don't think I've seen that the Shadow Queen ever do 0 damage. But I could just be misremembering. Just remembering the bad parts. slowly but surely cleaning house. I think this is all the shadow. Nope, there's a whole other group down here. We're getting there, though. Alright, you swap to that. And you focus this guy. If he goes down, we're in the clear. I'm actually going to put him on a void because he's going to take this guy out. He's going to push down here, which is going to put him closer to the Shadow Queen than I am. Which is probably going to be how he dies. So I'm going to go ahead and put him on a void. I'm not going to worry about the 7 health enemy. We'll take care of him in due time. There we go. One less enemy to worry about. I'm actually going to push forward a little bit here to ensure that I'm still taking the aggro from the Shadow Queen. Oh, he has to reload, darn it. I mean, to only get one shot off on the Shadow Queen, if he even targets it. Should have given Fidel frag grenades, I think. I don't know if he can use the frag grenades. I don't know if he has 65 throwing weapon skill or not. I think he has 75. I don't remember if I gave Alexander the frag grenades or if we still have the training grenades. Okay, the frag grenades, he'd probably be using them by himself already. This would be a good time to break those bad boys out. I'm excited to see how much experience you get from this fight, though. I'm gonna guess 2,000. Well, maybe you're supposed to get 2,000. I am playing on an expert, so I get less experience. I'm still gonna say 2,000. Oh, took out 2 of them. Good job, buddy. I hate to imagine doing this fight without, like, a strong melee build. Without someone to hold the front line. So I feel like if you didn't have... Because I'm super tanky. Like, I'm building just to be a tank. I feel like if you weren't focusing on a tank build, this area would be hell to go through. Alright, next turn he should finish off the Shadow Queen. So I just have to survive one more turn, and we'll be in the clear. Alright, every turn we get a little bit closer to success. Every enemy we kill, a little less damage, a little less potential damage coming our way. And less time per turn. Alexander and myself are trapped in this little arena surrounded by shadows. Fighting back to back. I don't remember if I took the Caspiramid out of his inventory, because he has a tendency of prioritizing using Caspiramid over his stimulants, no matter how much health he has, which is stupid. So I need to take the Caspiramid away from him and just use that to heal them up in, You see? A shadow just hit another shadow. Only for 5 damage. Or 6 damage. But yeah, I think it's dumb that the AI will use Caspiramid, which only heals for like 9 HP, over a stimulant for which heals for 24. Took out 2 with 1 burst. Good job, man. Alright, I've got a good feeling about this try. These guys aren't moving forward, it looks like. It might be because they can't get to the guys closest to them because we're surrounded. So they're waiting until, you know, spots open up. I don't think I need to heal here because we just took out the biggest threat. So I'm going to just start cutting these guys down. So without the Shadow Queens to shred through our HP, the regular Shadows really don't have much of a chance. They're just there to bog you down so you can't get to the Shadow Queens. And to occasionally crit you and to cause you to drop your weapon. But, I mean, it's mostly 0 damage across the board. Unless they hit you in the eyes. Unless they crit you in the eyes. I'm starting to suspect... Oh, there we go. We weren't taking any damage since we took out the Shadow Queen. I was wondering if the Shadow Queens had like a buff to their... to the shadows around them. It gave them a higher crit chance or more damage or something. So yeah, Shadow just hit another Shadow for 8 damage. I mean, I'll take whatever advantage I can get, but I think we're in the clear now. Another Shadow hit another Shadow for 8 and 15 damage. He only had 2 shots, that's why I didn't kill anybody. So it bursts for 4. I think it's weird that it bursts for 4, but I guess that makes sense. Like a balancing decision. So the last burst in a clip or a magazine only has 2 shots. You have to choose whether to reload or to burst with just 2 shots. He's gonna waste a shot on the scout with 1 health. I still don't think that I have to heal up here. I'd rather take out 2 shadows. If he bursts right here, he's probably gonna kill all 3 of these guys. Now we're just playing the waiting game at this point. Did he just pop up out of the ground? Or was he just shaking? I think he's just shaking. It kind of like he spawned and he popped up out of the ground, which would be super frustrating because I don't know how you would stop more spawns. But I don't think that was the case. Oh man, okay. Now I've got to heal. Guy did 16 damage. I got two of them at least. I just don't want Hexogen to waste his next shot on a shadow that has 1 health. It's a waste of his time and ammunition. When he could be one-shotting 2 enemies in 1 turn. I has to reload anyway. Don't shoot the 1 health guy. Son of a gun. Oh, still 1 less guy we gotta worry about, so it's not that bad. Good job, Zobars. Alright, we're almost there. So I think that's it. I'll start looking around the map to see where I should go. Alright, there's a pile of bones. Okay, so this is probably the reward in this area. I saw some scrap metal in the trunk of this car over here. Alright, smack this guy. Cut down this guy. I'm a little concerned about Zobars, but I think he'll be fine. One of these guys is stunned, so that is 1 attack that's not coming towards him this turn. As long as he doesn't get stunned, I'm not worried about it. I'm gonna go ahead and put him on avoiding. So his next turn he dips out. Because I do not want to reload at this point. This is the furthest we've made it. Actually, I think my second attempt there were less shadows around, but there's still a Shadow Queen standing. Yeah, let's continue looking around. 20 damage, okay. Also, it seems like when I'm not watching them, they attack faster, so the turns go a little quicker. I'll drop my weapon. Son of a gun. Where's it at? Well, since I'm here, I may as well heal. Alright, back to what I was doing. Yeah, I'm gonna assume there's not a lot to find outside of whatever's in that truck. Guess I'm hoping so. This area's pretty large. If it's just a bunch of empty space. I want to move 1 spot this way. Oh, is there a rock? There's a rock in the way. I can't move over there. Alright, fine. Fine. Yeah, so I didn't know that when you look away from the combat, it goes faster. 1754. That's not bad. And we got 3 level ups. Zolbar's, Hexogen, and myself. Holy crap. I am blinded and poisoned. I'm going to go ahead and use one of these. One of these. I'm going to go ahead and put the hazmat suit back on in case my Radex or Rado. Radex. It's called Radex here, but it's called Rado. The drug itself is called Rado. I'm pretty sure these guys don't drop anything. I will check the Shadow Queen. Nothing. Okay, cool. Alright, let's level up real fast. Put my points into melee weapons, because there's no reason not to. Still need one more level up for myself. I guess survival and first aid. Why not? Sweet. Alright, he gets another perk. I think I'm going to get quality armor. When dog's health falls to half, damage reduction and resistance increases 50%. When you're wounded is when you need armor the most. This would also be useful, because he doesn't get stunned a lot. But I'm going to go with this instead. Quality armor. Then Hexogen. Something like that. Cool. Alright, we're in the clear. I wonder if this is the location above the mouth of hell, where Wolf blew the ceiling and it collapsed inside the lava. Glowing note. Reminds me a lot of the glow from Fallout. Fallout 1. It's a glowing note. This note glows slightly in the dark. I can say what... Should be, you can say what you want about this decision? I can say what you want about this decision, but I think that it's totally plausible that some parts of the nuclear warhead are still there, in the crater. Now imagine if we could scavenge it, and, I don't know, clean it somehow. Crap. The amount of money we'll get could be staggering. Now it's important to take a lot of Rado, and keep it fast. Radiation is not the only danger in the city. The rest of the note is unintelligible. Nine by 39. VSS-M. This VSS rifle looks to have been customized by an unknown weapons expert. It's been painted camouflage and boasts a perfectly calibrated scope. Bonus from hitting from a distance, accuracy penalty 10% in close range, critical chance plus 4%. Eight to 16, 8 to 17. So it seems like it's a straight upgrade because it does 1 more max damage. Requires 5 more automatic firearms as well. AP cost 4442, same with this. Spread high, burst 3, burst 3. Yeah, it's basically identical except for 1 more max damage. So I guess we'll give him that. I'll just carry this back. He is over encumbered now. That didn't fix it. Son of a gun. Alright, I guess what I'll do is get rid of the shotgun he has equipped. So what we'll do is we'll give this to myself. I'm now encumbered, of course. Give these to Alexander instead. At least one of them. Alright. And what if I just equip a backpack? I can carry that instead. Alright, so he's no longer encumbered. He's got... He's got all that equipped. Oh, he doesn't have enough automatic firearms to use this anyway, so we'll swap this with this. We'll keep that on Hexogen. Though he's never going to use it. But neat, a unique gun. It's not much better than the Venturez. Just barely. Literally one number is one higher. That's the benefit. It'd be cool if it gave you like a bonus to stealth or something, because it is camouflaged. It doesn't, right? Let me double check. No, it does not. Holds 10. Is that different? How much does this one hold? 10. Yeah, it's basically identical. Alright, well that's semi-disappointing. Maybe they should have given it like a damage over time effect because it's irradiated, because it's been sitting next to this crater for however long. I don't know, just that seems lackluster. And it's a weapon type that I don't really use on anybody, so it's not, there's really no benefit to me having it at all. Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's anything else here. So I think what I'll do is I'll call it an episode. Off camera, I'll double check, make sure there's nothing else to find here, and then we will head towards, or continue exploring the Dead City in the next one. I might just head towards the hospital off camera if I don't find anything here. And we'll pick up the next episode there, because I think the only place we have left to explore, if I go here, is the southwest here. So we can head towards the old hospital, then we'll go to the department store, and then we can head west and see if there's anything in this corner of the city. Yeah, that's a good plan. Alright, I'm going to call it here. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you guys... Wait, I'm missing somebody. Companions. Fidel, Hexagen, and Zulbars. Where is Alexander? Is he encumbered? Alright, let me quick save. I'm going to exit and re-enter the map, see if I can get him to come back. I'm concerned. What happened to him? I feel like it's taking a long time to load. Alright, there he is. Thank goodness. Where'd he go? I assume it's just because he's encumbered, and I was running around the map so fast I left him behind somewhere. Alright, I'm going to call the episode here. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next one. Oh, it's nighttime. Hope to see you guys in the next one.